Good morning, my dear students. We are studying about terms of trade. In our previous video, we have studied introduction and meaning of terms of trade. Also, we have studied two important types of terms of trade in our previous lecture. That is, gross barter terms of trade and net barter terms of trade. After studying these two terms of trade, in this video we shall begin our discussion on third terms of trade, that is income terms of trade. Income terms of trade, it expresses the capacity of a country to pay for imports. Income terms of trade, it gives us a picture that the ability of a country to make payment for imports. So, income terms of trade can be explained with the help of formula and example as follows. That is, T1 is equal to TC into QX. This is the formula used to calculate income terms of trade. In this formula, T1 is income terms of trade, TC is commodity terms of trade. This commodity terms of trade is also called as net barter terms of trade, and QX in this equation stands for export quantity index. Therefore, TC, that is commodity terms of trade, is equal to PX upon PM, whereas PX is the index of export prices and PM is the index of import prices. Thus, we can write income terms of trade as T1 is equal to PX upon PM into QX. The income terms of trade was called as export gain from trade by A.H. Imha. Now, with this brief information about income terms of trade, we shall take one example, mathematical example, to know income terms of trade, whether it is favorable or unfavorable. Look at the screen. T1 is equal to PX upon PM into QX, which is equal to 165, that is PX, upon 115, that is PM, into 95, that is QX, is equal to 132. What is this? Rupees 132 is income terms of trade. In this mathematical example, income terms of trade is favorable to the country. It is favorable. It is an example of favorable income terms of trade. If income terms of trade are equal to 100, then the income terms of trade are said to be balanced. If income terms of trade are less than 100, it means income terms of trade are unfavorable to the nation. So this is how income terms of trade is calculated. One thing we should keep in our mind, that income terms of trade, it determines a country's capacity to pay for payments. It shows the paying ability, the economic ability of a nation to make payment for international transactions. This is what we understand from income terms of trade. After studying this, in next place we are having another type of terms of trade, which is called as single factorial terms of trade. It expresses country's export productivity index. It is one aspect of income terms of trade. One aspect of terms of trade of a country. Single factorial terms of trade is expressed in equation as follows. Look at the screen. That is Ts is equal to Tc into Zx. In this equation, Ts is the single factorial terms of trade. Tc is commodity terms of trade. Commodity terms of trade is net barter terms of trade. And Zx is the export productivity index of a particular country. Now, since the commodity terms of trade are expressed as Px upon Pm, the single factorial terms of trade can also be stated in terms of price index of exports and imports as follows. That is, Ts is equal to Tc into Zx, which is equal to Px upon Pm into Zx. So this particular single factorial terms of trade can be explained with the help of a mathematical example. And the example goes like this. Look at the screen. If Px is equal to 100 and Pm is equal to 100 and Zx is equal to 100 in the base year, say that is 2010. The single factorial terms of trade is 100 in this example. It can be calculated like this. The single factorial terms of trade in the base year is equal to, that is Px upon Pm into Zx, which is mathematically equal to 100 into 100 upon 100 is equal to 100. Always the values in the base year are equal to 100. They are averaged and brought down to are brought down to 100 as such. Further assume in current year, that is 2015, the value of Px is equal to 170, Pm is equal to 190 and Zx is equal to 152. Then what will be the status of single factorial terms of trade in current year? That is Ts is equal to Px upon Pm into Zx, which is equal to 170 upon 190 into 150 is equal to 136. What do you conclude from this particular answer? The conclusion is that single factorial terms of trade in this example is favorable. The answer is more than 100. If answer is equal to 100, then single factorial terms of trade is said to be balanced. If answer is less than 100, then it is assumed that single factorial terms of trades are unfavorable. One more interesting aspect of single factorial terms of trade is written in this particular last sentence. Look at that. It signifies that there is an improvement in the single factorial terms of trade even though the commodity terms of trades are unfavorable. There are all possibilities. Single factorial terms of trade can be favorable even when the commodity terms of trades are unfavorable and vice versa. So this is all about single factorial terms of trade and income terms of trade. In our next slide, we find double factorial terms of trade. While studying double factorial terms of trade, these particular symbols we should keep in our mind. Zx is equal to productivity in exports, Zm is equal to productivity of foreign factors in countries import. It means if India is importing some goods and services from other countries, the productivity of foreign factors is calculated in our India's imports, and that is denoted as Zm. The equation for double factorial terms of trade is like this. That is Tc is equal to Px upon Pm into 100, that is in the base year. Now TD is equal to Px upon Pm into Zx upon Zm into 100. Suppose in the base year of 2010, Px is equal to 100, Pm is equal to 100, Zx is equal to 100 and Zm is also equal to 100, then the TD is also 100 as shown in this particular equation and explanation. That is, TD is equal to Px upon Pm into Zx upon Zm is equal to, into 100. And look at the following explanation, which is equal to 100 upon 100 into 100 upon 100 into 100 is equal to 100. This is the value of double factorial terms of trade in base year. Now, in the current year, that is 2015, if we take new values of Px, Pm and Zx and Zm, we may have different answers. The mathematical examples for double factorial terms of trade, I will be giving it in the form of notes, which will be supplied either in the form of PPT or in the form of